From the 1011 Alert Center, this is Star City Buzz. Sponsored by Opulent Nail and Spa. Luxury nails held to a higher standard.
Hi, everyone. Bill Rentschler alongside Danielle Shank in the 1011 Now Alert Center for a Mother's Day edition of Star City Buzz.
Absolutely. And we have quite a few things that you can do with your mom, or maybe just the husband takes the kids and
leaves mom
alone.
Just let her be
let
undisturbed.
her nap, or,
untouched. No one say her name for multiple hours.
Yeah, or let her watch her favorite show. Maybe you get her. We're giving all these ideas. If you need more ideas, I know they talked about it on Juicebox Chats of good gifts to get your mom. So make sure you check that out with Alyssa Harrington and Megan Conway. But if you're looking for a night out all together as a family, you can head out to Haymarket Park and check out the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Yeah, they're coming off a little bit of a skid. They got swept by Ohio State on the road. So they're now third in the Big Ten, technically tied for second with Oregon, but Oregon holds the head-to-head. Iowa is 12-12. They're eighth in the Big Ten, and there's still a lot at stake for the baseball team. They're looking to host maybe a regional in postseason play, but they don't have a lot of wiggle room anymore after that weekend sweep.
Yeah,
from
and
Ohio State.
They haven't played Iowa yet this year, so new matchup against a foe, but
A rival.
yeah, and hoping to enter the postseason on a much lighter note here, turn things around a little bit.
And I will just mention it offhand here too. Also, you'll hopefully this weekend be having Nebraska softball playing in hopefully the Big Ten championship.
Yes, they're having a watch party on Sunday. I can't remember what time, but
I think it's 5:00.
Yeah. I think that sounds right.
Yeah,
I read it in the 4:00 and I don't remember, but yes, they're having a little watch party on Sunday, and it's all free. So you can even take pictures with the Big Ten tournament trophy, as well as
if they hopefully bring it home.
Maybe they'll bring home a new one.
All right.
Find
out.
But this is all to figure out where the Super Regionals is going to play out for the NCAA tournament.
So baseball and softball happening this weekend. If baseball or softball is not your jam, you head on over to South Point Pavilions. They're hosting their movie night. Last week it was at the airport. It was Zootopia. This week it's at South Point, and it's Back to the Future.
Yeah, a little throwback movie. You're encouraged to bring your own blanket and lawn chair. Maybe grab dinner from a South Point Pavilion restaurant while you're in the area. But the lawn will open for seating at about 8:00 and the movie's going to start at about 8:30.
Classic movie. Classic. And then also happening this weekend, Saturday, pull on your work gloves and head on over to Sunken Gardens and help wake up the beds. I think you mentioned, Danielle, it's like 12,000 plants.
Yeah, this year's theme is a patchwork garden inspired by quilts from the International Quilt Museum. And so they say that the theme is drawing from both traditional and modern quilt making throughout the 250 years of American history. So, kind of a fun theme there, according to the Public Gardens volunteer coordinator. She was telling all of this information. But of course, the more participants that help out, the quicker that they can get done, and they're definitely going to need the help out there.
That's lots of plants, lots of flowers. Also happening Saturday, you have the 4th annual charity poker run. This is put on by the Pink Ladies of Lincoln, and so this is a fun event, and again, it's money for a good cause.
Yeah, and we actually had one of the organizers reach out to us with this graphic and information. So, of course, if there's ever an event that you want to have publicized like this, we can always throw it into our article, or if it's one like this for a good cause that really kind of stands out, we're more than happy to feature it as well. But they'll, of course, have a raffle, things like that. Everything's starting over at Huskerville Pub and Pizza, and they'll have a Bloody Mary special. So, with this all starting at 9:00.
Say less.
What a great way to start off your poker run, huh?
Say less. And then also happening this weekend, also over at Sandhills Global Event Center, you have I believe this is the 39th annual train show put on by the Lincoln Area Railway Historical Society. It's shocking, like how much train stuff there is. I took the boys last year, and my oldest brain just like exploded. Or if you know, like on your iPhone, you can put like the text effects where it's like shivering. That was my son's brain. He was like, "Oh my gosh, there's so many trains."
You'll have to take him out to North Platte when the big boy local.
Oh no, I think we're already going to do Omaha. We're going to go when it's on display
closer.
from 10 to 4 because we did that. We went up to Fremont and it was only, it was there for like 30 minutes, and it was just like, oh my God, the crowd was ridiculous.
Yeah, I know the big boy is making its round, coming through again for the 250th
End of May.
anniversary of
May 20
America. So.
May 25th, I think, is when it leaves Cheyenne. We're getting really kind of off topic here, but I mean, it's train, so it's not
Yeah.
technically off topic. May 25th, and I think it's May 30th that it's on display in Omaha from like 10 to 4.
Yeah, and so I'm sure they'll have a lot of little model trains similar to the big boy here at this annual train show that you can check out, or railroad memorabilia, toys, things like that. They'll have over 50 vendors and 200 plus tables, so a lot to look at.
There you go. And then there's obviously a ton of Mother's Day things happening this weekend, brunches and whatever else and whatnot. White Elm Brewing Company is hosting just one of a number of Mother's Day events, and they're doing a Makers Market, and it's going to be from Saturday from 3 to 8.
Yeah, and so a lot of brunches are happening on Sunday, but if you want to celebrate Mom a little bit early because you have maybe something else planned for the big day on Sunday, you can head over.
You're going to go to
this-
the baseball game.
Yeah. You're going to go to this Makers Market. They'll have several talented artisans there offering ceramics, woodworking, prints, crochet, and much more. So certainly can find something there for Mom.
Yep. And I mean, obviously, then too, the farmers markets are now in full swing, so I'm sure those will probably be pretty busy with it being Mother's Day this weekend.
Another unique event that kind of stood out to me was the 2026 Lincoln Clay Tour. We kind of debated on doing this one over another one, but you can spend the weekend studio hopping across Lincoln. 2 stops are actually in artists' homes, but you can expect good ceramics, people, and work that you won't find anywhere else. So that's happening Saturday from 10 to 5 and Sunday from noon to 4. So just a unique event, certainly, that kind of sticks out from our normal list of things.
And also starting this weekend, I think it goes kind of towards for the next couple weekends maybe, the YMCA of Lincoln's 6th annual swimsuit drive is happening as well. So they're looking for donations, any swimsuits at any of the 4 YMCAs or monetarily as well. They'll take all the help they can get. That's starting this weekend.
Yeah, a lot of some fun stuff. And of course, we always have an upcoming list, upcoming events little section in this long article that I put together. A lot of fun things that are going to be coming up here in May. And then we're even dabbling into June a little bit as well. But Tour de Lincoln, that's already kicked off. I think they already had one day happen, but the next one coming up on May 14th.
Yeah, and then there's also the Super Flag unfurling that's happening out at Sand Hills Global Event Center. That is on May 24th, which is my birthday. It is supposed to be the world's largest American flag, which from all the football games you've ever seen and the flag on the field, it's supposed to be
This is
bigger
the
than-
biggest 250 feet by
I think that's
500
yard, 250 yard by 500.
5 yards.
I don't think that can't be feet.
I don't know. I've never been good at math, but
It only
it's
had-
a big flag, folks. It's going to take more than 650 volunteers
It
to
can't be
properly
yards. It has-
unfurl that thing. So you got to imagine that that's going to be.
That will be. It'll be. We're gonna have to fire up the 1011 drone.
Yes,
For that
to
one.
get the full. We're gonna have to get them on that. We need a drone worker on Sunday. Only a select few here know how to operate a drone, but
It's true.
a lot of fun events happening this weekend, and of course here coming up during May.
Yeah, and school's gonna be out here in a couple of weeks too, so there's probably gonna be
Things are gonna be firing up.
happen. We're gonna be moving and shaking.
It's gonna be popping.
Yeah, it will be. So yeah.
Buzzing.
So hope
Buzzing even.
hope hope all the moms obviously have a wonderful Mother's Day. So hopefully you can find a good event. Take Mom, go hang out, or like we said at the very beginning, take the kids and you leave Mom at home. Get her a bottle of wine or something like that, and
Yeah.
she can just hang out. So, but yes, appreciate everyone for tuning in and watching again. As always, hope everyone has a nice weekend, and we'll see you next week.
You've been listening to 1011 Star City Buzz, sponsored by Opulent Nail and Spa. Luxury nails held to a higher standard. Watch, listen, and stream on the 1011 app on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.